These are three chilling cases of missing people. Number 3. The Somerton Man Case. On the morning of December 1st, 1948, on Somerton Park Beach in South Australia, a body was found lying on the sand. His head rested against the seawall. His feet were crossed. He was dressed in a suit with no identification. No one knew who he was or where he came from. In one of his pockets, a slip of paper was discovered with the inscription Tamam Shud, which in Persian means ended or finished. That phrase had been torn from the final page of a copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, which was later found. This detail fueled theories of espionage, a complicated suicide, or an unresolved murder, a plot worthy of a noir novel. For decades, the man remained an absolute mystery, conflicting accounts, a lack of reliable witnesses, and clues that went cold, until recently, in 2022, a major breakthrough was announced, thanks to autosomal DNA extracted from hair preserved in a bust made shortly after his death. The Somerton man was believed to have been identified as Carl Charles Webb, originally from Melbourne. That name matched genealogical research, with Webb families who had never imagined having a relative tied to that silent body on the sand. Even so, many questions remain unanswered. Why he was there, what the objects he carried really meant, and whether Webb was truly his name or simply a genealogical alias. Somerton remains a name without peace. Number 2. Maura Murray. On February 9, 2004, Maura Murray, a 21-year-old nursing student, quietly packed her belongings, clothes, books, personal items. She sent an email to her professors saying she would take a week off due to a family death, something that had not actually happened. That day she drove into a rural road in New Hampshire in snowy conditions. Her car crashed into a barrier and was later seen abandoned by a local resident. The police arrived at the scene minutes later, but Maura was already gone. No trace, no signs of struggle, no reliable witnesses. Strange details abound. Traces of wine inside the car, printed directions, the car locked, loose documents, but no certainty. In recent years, her sister Julie has launched a podcast to reveal previously unseen documents and explore new theories, such as the possibility that someone picked her up after the crash. It was also revealed that Maura had been under severe personal stress shortly before her disappearance, but there is no conclusive evidence of what truly happened, whether she left voluntarily, whether she was a victim of abuse, whether something occurred on the road, or if a third party was involved. Number 1. Brandon Lawson. Brandon Lawson, 26 years old, called 911 in the early hours of August 9, 2013, speaking in a confused manner. "There's someone chasing me," he managed to say. With his truck stranded on a desolate highway after running out of gas, the worst night of his life began. He called his brother, his girlfriend, and 911. A truck driver reported the dangerous position of his vehicle. A sheriff arrived at the location but found no sign of Brandon. His brother on the phone heard him say, "I see you, I'm here," yet he never appeared before anyone's eyes. For years, his disappearance was a puzzle. No solid leads, communications broken by poor coverage, calls going to voicemail. In 2022, clothes identified as his were found near his last known location. Human remains were also discovered in that same area. Finally, in December 2024, DNA analysis confirmed that the remains belonged to Brandon Lawson. What exactly happened to him remains unclear, whether he walked away and got lost, whether he was the victim of an accident, or if something more sinister occurred on that stretch of road in the dark. 3 different cases, in distant times and places, yet all bound by the same shadow, the absence of clear answers. The nameless man on an Australian beach, the student who vanished in seconds on a snowy road, and the young Texan whose final trace was a desperate 911 call. Stories that show how, even with witnesses, evidence, and technology, mystery can remain intact for decades. In the end, what remains with us are not certainties, but the unsettling thought that any one of us could disappear into the same void.
This is just the beginning. The Forsaken is a new channel
and your presence gives life to the cult. Join us for more disturbing stories every week. Until then, rest, we'll meet again in another tale.